West Palm, Boca. Donde está Hialeah in the house? Miami Beach, Aventura, Miami-Dade County.
Look at that.
Welcome to game. You know, we're going to rename the show to Donde Está Hialeah.
Let me tell you what, they're banging the pots. Look, Goldie got paid, so he bought this new phone. Like you can see anything on it.
You
right
fold
here.
it out.
You got that for doing that little stage show.
I need to be able to see things.
What,
so
what
it's
about
nice
Goldie?
and big.
Goldie got very famous over the last.
He didn't get a day with the cup. He gets a new phone.
I got pushed off the set completely.
Yeah.
And then Goldie took over 2 seats. 2 seats.
That's the 1 seat for him, the other for his ego.
I'm there going, where's my check? Where my check went away? Where'd it go?
Let me tell you, these two guys are waiting like 3 weeks to unleash. You guys have just been building up all these comments.
Can I say something? I'm not even joking. Donde Está Hialeah has become a thing in my house.
Oh, jeez. Should we make up the shirts?
We're going to put them on shirts.
Well, let me say this too, and this is on Goldie. You did a fantastic job throughout the whole thing.
Thank you.
Throughout the playoffs, everything.
You know, we've all done a lot of things in our broadcasting career. I had never done anything like that, and it kind of took on a life of its own. Like looking out from that stage, and all you see no beach, just a sea of people, and then the Atlantic Ocean on the right. It was just kind of strange, and a lot of that stuff just came out of my mouth in the moment. You know,
that was great. I'm telling you,
it was pretty wild.
It's a catchphrase.
Had the wife on the stage giving him cues.
What was she doing up there?
So without a doubt, if that was the #1 moment of Goldie's career, being on Game Changers is still a close second. Welcome back, everybody.
Maybe third.
Welcome back. The hiatus is over. We're back because football season is back, and we're ready to dive right back into what is going on with the Miami Dolphins. And let's start with their quarterback, QB1, Tua Tagovailoa, who this offseason probably not getting the love he deserves. It feels like with every poll or ranking coming out, he's nowhere near the top 5, sometimes not even in the top 10. And this was a guy who was the leading passer, not just for the Fins, obviously, but in the entire league a year ago. Goldie, I'll start with you. Is Tua being disrespected by the average football fan and pundit?
Well, look, you know, let me say this. First of all, I got to apologize to Kim Bokamper because about 6 months ago, Bo made the comment, you know what, I want to see him play 4 to 8 games this season, and then I'll give him the contract. And I said, Bo, you're crazy. This is going to be done at least by training camp. Here we are, not done yet. Look, in order to go to a Super Bowl, he and the Dolphins are going to have to beat either one or multiple of Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow if he's healthy. They got to go through that. Obviously, the Dolphins agree in the assessment, or the deal would be done already. Now, we don't know how much Tua is asking for. We don't know what they're offering. I mean, to me, look, I don't think he's being overly disrespected if you put him at like 10th in the league, around there, until, and again, it's not all on him. We've spoken about this for the last year. Until his team, led by the quarterback, which they all are, beats a really good team on the road in the big spot late in the season. Obviously, he can't do that now, though. Those games aren't here now.
I would say this also, along with that. Tua is going to be judged by what happens this year, whether he gets in a contract, whether he is left to go out to free agency or get. And I tell you what, in tandem, Mike McDaniel is going to be judged the same way because they are right neck and neck with what they've done. They've gotten the playoffs. They haven't won a playoff game, and if they don't move on, I think Mike McDaniels is in that same boat. But as far as Tua, you know, you like you said, there's a lot of people say maybe 1 or 2. I've seen 15, 17, 18, something like that.
That's disrespectful.
That is disrespectful. But he's got to play. He's got to play and earn that money. The big issue I have with it is, you know, we've had since Dan Marino. We've gone through multiple quarterbacks. Tua is by far and away the best quarterback we've had since Dan Marino, right?
Not even in the neighborhood.
So not even in the
neighborhood. With the exception of a one-season Chad Pennington.
Cleo Lemon.
So do you take a chance of shoving him off the boat and then going into rough waters again to try to find another guy? That's a dilemma for Chris Greer and the team. Tua just has to prove to me, like I said about the 8 games, take the team on your shoulder twice in the 8 games, and then we'll give you what you want. Now, he said the market is the market. Well, there's different markets. There's Publix. There's Walgreens. There's this market. There's
Mike's convenience store.
There's George Sedano's. There's all these different markets. So he can be in the market, but what market is he in? Let me put it that way.
So I think a big part of the problem came when Jacksonville paid Trevor Lawrence to most people.
Bingo.
Because Tua is a better quarterback than Trevor Lawrence is. He's proven more. He led the league in passing.
Yeah.
He played.
Right.
Everybody said a year ago at this time, hey, if he plays every game this year, that's all I need to see. Well, he played every game. People still want to see more. I mean, that position, the reason it's a topic, that position in that league, if you're in with the guy, you pay him.
Right. Trevor Lawrence doesn't have Tariq. He doesn't have Waddle. He doesn't have Mostert. He doesn't have them. The other thing is when you go to Jared Goff, who's the first guy to come up with the big number.
Right.
He's gone to a Super Bowl. He's been there. He's done it. So you can eliminate him from the market.
That's why I brought up Trevor Lawrence.
But Trevor Lawrence and Calvin Ridley's got Evan Ingram. He's got weapons.
To me, Trevor Lawrence to me is that outlier that got thrown out there because Jacksonville, because it's a desolate place that no one wants to watch.
Are you a concern for the Dolphins' cap management? Because that's an interesting point that he's the outlier.
He is.
So you think, too, his agents are saying, hey, look at Trevor Lawrence. And the Dolphins are saying he's an outlier.
I look at Trevor Lawrence as maybe the low end of the comp. For Tua. I think Tua is better.
Right, but he's not saying that. He's saying forget the Trevor Lawrence contract totally. It's an outlier.
He's trying to get his team over to England. That's what he wants.
That's
Guy's a good-looking guy. He can dance around with the Queen or do whatever they do over there. I don't know.
I think Trevor's trying to go to England.
Well, if you take Lawrence out of the equation, I think that may be why you have the impasse. Because Goff has been there. He's done it.
So to me, the number should be somewhere below Goff.
Or Goff or Tua?
Well, he's been to
exactly.
He's taken them to the Super Bowl. Tua has not won a playoff game yet, period. And has never done.
Goff was terrific. He won that playoff game, and they almost. And by the way, if not for the coach, with some of the decisions, they probably beat San Francisco last year. No,
I need to pump the brakes on the whole Tua hasn't won a playoff game yet because
he's only been in one.
He's only been in one, but the Dolphins haven't been in the playoffs until Tua got here, really, right?
Correct. Well, back-to-back years.
Back-to-back years.
Yeah.
He gets here, he's injured for one.
Adam Gase brought him to Pittsburgh.
Back-to-back years.
But back-to-back years. It had been a
first time in 20 years.
Landscape, right? And then once he gets to the playoffs, he can actually play a game. He's got no defense, and he's going up against
he also had no offense.
A dynasty.
Waddle and Hill were hurt. Mostert was hurt.
Right, but I don't like that as an argument against him. And I'm sure at the negotiating table they use everything they can to try to drive the price down. But I am just not a fan of he hasn't won a playoff game. He's played one game and it was against the Chiefs on the road.
You know what it was as big as that? Besides the playoff game? Was the Tennessee Monday night game and the Buffalo game. They needed literally in the second half.
Yeah.
They needed pretty much one first down in each game to probably salt the game.
Let me go back a couple.
Special teams in the Buffalo.
Let me go back a couple years when they went to Tennessee for a night game and it was rainy. The last game of the year.
That wasn't pretty.
Win that game and it was a horrendous effort. But now
it was bad.
Now I would say this. But so the number used to be mid 40s was the number, and then when Goff gets the number, and then Lawrence gets the number, it jumps up to 50. I'm to the point now. I'd say, well, give him. I'd be happy with him at 46. Now I would say, give him 50. Period. No, not 52, not 54. So that to me would be the market for Tua.
And that may be where they're at.
May be where they're at.
I'm pretty sure that's probably the discrepancy.
Yes.
And at the end of the day, whether it's tomorrow or in 3 weeks, that's probably ballpark. Right. What they land on.
I think he's going to be near 50.
So I don't know if you can do this in the league, but what if you said, I'll give you 50, and if you win a playoff game, we'll give you a bonus of $5 million.
That's right, and it's going to come out of the Boat Campers.
Where's Luther Campbell?
Yeah.
Pay for play.
That's a whole different topic.
It's just an incentive.
Yes.
Every player's got incentives.
Here's why I love you guys, and I'm so happy we're back because we had a whole list of topics for that.
Yeah, we're done with the first block.
And we only
what else did you have? The battle of right guard. Rob Jones is in there right now.
We'll be back next week.
Where's Isaiah Wynn? That's right.
We talk about Robert Jones and how much.
Still to come on Game Changers. I'm just going to toss this out.
And
maybe we'll talk about the Canes. Maybe we'll talk about the Heat, the Olympics. Who knows?
Let's talk about Jordan Poyer.
Okay, Jordan Poyer when we come back.
Game Changers is sponsored by your Volkswagen dealers of South Florida. Shop your 7 passenger favorites at VWFlorida.com.
Welcome back to Game Changers. It must be this time of year again because we're all asking, is the U back? Finally. That's right. Canes football, not just the Dolphins, on the horizon. Miami's football team, Mario Cristobal, done a great job. Done a great job in recruiting, did a great job in the transfer portal. Now can they finally make it happen with Cam Ward as a quarterback? Bo, I'll start with you. How about this? Give me your bold Canes prediction for this year.
Well, I think they've done a great job recruiting. I think they've got a lot of good players. You got Ruben Bain from last year, a freshman, who's really a dynamic player. They got the two brothers. I can't pronounce their last name. The linebacker and the offensive. There you go. There you go. So I think this is a team that's poised and ready to get the job done. Coaching's got to be a little bit better in certain points and certain things.
Take that knee.
But I think this is an opportunity for this football. Wait, I got to remember. Are they in the Big 20?
They're in the Mountain West.
The Pac-2?
They're in the Mountain West.
Or still the ACC?
They're in the Southeast 8, my own new
They're in
conference.
the Southeast ACC. If they can win the Southeast ACC, then I think that's the bar for them. And if they do, they should be in the playoff hunt.
Yeah, I think they could be in the playoff. Goldie, what do you think?
Bold prediction, I got two of them.
Okay.
They win the ACC. Cam Ward throws for 25 and runs for 10. How's that? This guy is dynamic, and that offense should really be terrific.
How many losses do they have, and how many are on the coach, Goldie?
I do think they're going to lose a couple of games.
Look at the FSU comes up. He's starting to. You want to dog the UM coaches?
No.
Mario, it's coming from him. Right there.
He's got the backstory.
Yeah.
Okay.
Look, they got to do. There's no other way to say it. They got to do a better job, led by Mary. He's the guy in charge. You blame whoever you want.
Right.
You got to do a better job on Saturday between noon and midnight, whatever time the game is.
Yeah.
Because in those big games, there's a decision here, a decision there, clock management. So I'm hopeful that we don't sit here on a week in the next 4 months and say, man, they should have won that game. But we have done that the last couple of years.
Look, you can look at what Mario's done here. This is going into his third season. You can dip back to Oregon, where he never really got the job, never really got that team to where they wanted to be. As far as in the national championship hunt, always played well, always had good seasons, never got over the hump.
Yeah, and look, everyone.
And I love Mario.
I think they got the talent. Cam Ward is awesome QB.
I like Mario a lot, and we have to be fair here. Like the Georgia Tech game wasn't the only game where the coaching was an issue. The clock management, all that stuff. So this will follow the team until they figure something out. But I agree with you. I think they are in the hunt for the playoff. I think 100%. They are so talented, and their schedule is so easy. Get by Florida August 31st, that first game of the year. Then
that's going to be easy.
Then it's like they're not good. Ball State, FAMU.
But I feel like we've said this so many years, and in the middle, Tennessee State's come to town and put up 50.
That's true. There is going to be that one game, that Virginia, that Georgia Tech in there, where they thought it's just
North Carolina.
Can they limit those games? Because in years past, it's been 3 or 4 of them. One or two. They got to get closer to 0.
You usually get one at home that's a stinker, and then one on the road that you think should be, and you just kind of get walloped. And you're going, well, what happened there? But I think this team has more character. I think they brought tougher guys in. I think they're close, and I'm not going to don't take the words out of my mouth. I think this team is closer to the Jimmy Johnson Hurricanes.
Oh, you called them the Jimmy Johnsons. Okay,
I'm talking about as far as toughness and talent.
And you got the quarterback.
This team's been soft for a while now.
They went into Florida State last year and almost beat a FSU team on the road that had Jordan Travis still. It wasn't like the
team that lost by 70 in the Orange Bowl.
No, this is the team with Jordan Travis, right?
Because you lost by 70 in the Orange Bowl.
But you're talking about a game that had a missed safety call that probably changes.
Playing in that game.
Yeah. I don't even know where we're at.
That's what FSU does, Get young.
Okay.
Move on.
We're moving on. All right, still to come here on Game Changers. It's like riding a bike.
How are the Knowles going to be this year anyway?
What can I tell you?
Pretty good, I think.
When we talking Marlins, man, the Marlins are hot.
I know.
I can't find them on TV, Goldie. How am I going to talk about them? No, I watch them on the History Channel.
Heat Summer League. They enjoyed some success. We'll talk about them next. Welcome back to Game Changers. While Kim Camper was off in California drinking tea on his nice porch overlooking the golf course.
Very nice. Very nice. My house almost burned up.
I know, thank God it didn't. Heat Summer League team was pretty exciting during that time out west as well. I was curious how much you guys paid attention and watched it, because this was a fun team. Did you have more fun watching them than the Heat regularly?
Were you able to figure out technologically how to watch those games? Because I know you have some issues with that.
No, they were on cable.
Could you find the Summer League games?
I watched them on YouTube.
Look at you.
After the game.
You can watch game.
After the game, I can watch Game Changers.
You can Game Changers.
You can watch Game Changers on YouTube.
That's right.
But yeah,
CBS
look,
Miami YouTube.
you know what? I'm excited. I'm excited about the young guys. You know, Jaime Hawkins went in, played real, and then the two young guys. Yeah. I mean, they got 2 or 3 guys there. I mean, Hawkins, but there's some guys that are going to help. You know, with this team, they have Jimmy Butler's still kind of in the flux. You lose some other players there. I think if they and Pat's not a guy to get those young guys in early, but I think he's going to do much like he did with Hawkins last year. Give those young guys a good opportunity, get in this Heat culture, and make something happen.
I'm going to give you the old, when the Panthers lost, those 5 straight, remember in March?
Yeah.
After I called them the best team in sports?
Yeah.
Remember?
One day after, I think.
Yeah, one day. They didn't win, and Paul Maurice said, everybody relax. It's Summer League. It's got nothing to do what's going to happen next May in the playoffs against Boston or Milwaukee or Philly or the Knicks. It's the Summer League.
That wasn't the question. My question was, were you more entertained by the Summer League team than the regular season team this year?
100%. It was awesome. There was nothing else going on. It was fun. They're shooting threes. They're winning a.
You got Eric Spoelstra Jr. coaching the team, man.
They're like the MLS now. The soccer. They're just making up championships. All of a sudden, there's a Summer League championship.
On national TV, by the way.
It was fun.
Yeah.
But no. Like regular season, the big time. Like when they go into Boston this year to try to knock off defending champs, and it's Butler against Tatum. Like this doesn't compare to it.
Yeah.
By the way, where's Messi
against Jaylen Brown, by the way.
By the way, where's Messi at? Are we even talking about that team anymore?
His ankle's about
then when he gets back, we'll start talking about that team again, right?
I think they're on hiatus again.
I do want to mention this because Bo alluded to the fact that maybe some of these guys end up helping. Kaliwa, excuse me, was great. Josh Christopher, who was a great player on that Summer League team, just signed a 2-way deal with the Heat. So it looks like they did find something there.
You got to say this about the Heat. Through the Summer League and all of these, and this goes back, I'm going back 27 years to Pat Riley walked in the door. Yeah. They find guys from the Ike Austins of the world. And remember with the Knicks, he found Anthony Mason, he brought him down. So Riley and the Heat, it is incredible how they're able to find guys.
Let me ask you this, because do you think the Heat take the Summer League more serious than other teams as an organization?
It's a great question. I don't know how serious these other teams really take it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. These guys wanted to win the championship.
I just think they do a better job at finding guys that either fit or guys that have a chip on their shoulder. Like they've always been able to do that, and I think their roster is made up of more of those guys.
They've always had those bit part players that come in, play well for the Heat. They go somewhere else and you never hear from them.
Never hear from them again.
Like the guys that left the team from 2 years ago.
That's right. Kendrick Nunn's of the world.
Who left to go to the Lakers?
Kendrick Nunn.
And Max Strus.
He's doing all right in Cleveland.
Okay, but you know.
Before we go here, the Olympics are coming. I want to ask you guys about this. Is there an event you guys are looking forward to in the Summer Olympics?
You know, I'm a track guy. I'm a track guy. I'll watch anything in trial. I'll watch the high jump. I'll watch the pole vault. Certainly, I like the 100 meters, men and women.
You're talking to a former pole vaulter, right?
What'd you jump? 12:10?
Really? I didn't know you did that.
So what was your
like 11 feet? Yeah,
really?
Wasn't much. Yeah.
You have a short pole?
Yeah.
So to speak.
Goldie,
I love you.
You know what I think is amazing? I think it is truly amazing that Delray Beach's Coco Golf is going to be one of the I think it's awesome. I've been following her since, she's on the junior tour, 12, 13 years old. Her dad, her mom, I think they both played varsity sports at Florida State. She's a great person. She's a great tennis player. I think that's pretty cool. I will look forward to, after the South Sudan game, does this basketball team able to win the gold medal? I think it's now interesting.
They're a come-from-behind team because they've been down in every game they played.
They were very good.
Hey, so let me ask you, so Coco Golf's carrying the flag?
Along with LeBron,
And Snoop, where does Snoop fit in there?
Snoop fits in too.
Snoop's carrying the flag somewhere.
Yeah, Snoop's the non-athletic portion of the flag.
Right.
How dare you? That's Coach Snoop to you out there coaching Little League football and stuff.
Go Coco.
All right, still to come on Game Changers. We have a little bit more college football to talk about. Interesting battle in the ACC to get to. We'll be right back. We're wrapping things up here on Game Changers, and something that could literally be a game changer is something that SMU head football coach Rhett Lashley, who we know from down here, coached the Canes for a little while in the offense. He challenged Mike Norvell from FSU to the game of NCAA 25, the new college football game, and said, how about let's let that winner decide who wins the coin toss for when SMU plays FSU. Bo, do you like this?
I like that, but what I would say is switch teams and let one coach coach one and one coach coach the other and see what happens then. That's the way I would like it.
I love the old XFL thing where for the coin toss they just put the ball at midfield
and you run
have
at
two
it.
guys run and fight for the ball. Why can't we do that
That's
anymore?
pure athletic. By the way, I was going to rip the whole idea. I think it's ridiculous,
yeah.
but I like what you said of them switching. I mean, these guys got NIL to worry about, boosters. They can't be playing a video game.
Why not?
To determine the coin toss.
Well, look,
let me tell you what. SMU. How's that?
Let me put it to this way: the one that wins, he's not doing his job.
That's right.
He needs to be in the film room more.
Yeah,
than
but you know what?
game.
You get a lot of credit with the players, though, if you can win a game.
By the way,
25.
that game is incredible.
Yeah.
The way the stadiums look, like
That's
if you
my
look
favorite part.
quickly,
Yeah.
you think you're watching the game on television. It's that like.
I have no idea how to play those games.
I know. You're still trying to get the networks on your
I
phone.
still got that little
Auburn's whole
one
War Eagle thing.
Atari?
No, the one that's just a button. It's not even. It's just a little blurb on the screen, you know.
Pong?
He's still playing Pong.
No. Come on. I can do
Playing
Frogger.
Miss Pac-Man.
Frogger's where. That's all I can do. Frogger.
You're good at Frogger.
I'm pretty good at Frogger. Yeah.
Watching you play in traffic right now for your comments earlier.
Ooh,
Yeah, look at
little
that.
zinger to end the show.
Just sneak it in
Cool.
there. That's
I'm an old
do
man.
it.
He's throwing me under the bus already here. Just go play in traffic.
Should put him out to pasture.
You're taking shots.
Put me out to outtoPasturePodcast.com.
Attaboy, yeah.
Got it in there.
Please, no free commercials here on Game Changers. We'll see you next week. Maybe Tua has a deal. We'll see.
We'll see.
But he's got plenty of stuff to talk about.
Maybe Bo's got a deal for
Doesn't
Game
matter. He's
Changers.
gonna have
We'll
plenty
see.
of money.
I know. How about a title spot?
Maybe he'll hold out.
We got one. That's
Are you
right.
gonna hold out next week
That'll do
for
it
Game
Game
Changers?
I
Changers.
think
We'll
I
let
am.
these two
I
talk.
think we'll see.
Goodbye.
You'll see if I'll be back next week. Maybe not.